Hey guys, this is Drunk with Friends. This is Drunk Shorts.
Drunk Shorts.
Drunk Shorts. I think this is what supposed to be officially episode 3.
Oh.
I think someone was a little drunk last time and released a drunk short. Well, it was actually a real episode.
Yeah.
This is Drunk Shorts.
Yes.
We are here. We're starting off with a shot. We're not going to do the whole shot at the beginning, shot at night, all that other stuff. We're just going to talk about one good topic. We'll get your comments and your suggestions, and we're going to go forth and be great.
And that's me. And I'm Willis.
If you didn't know, now you know.
Big facts. So we're about to take a shot and we're going to get into this topic. Let's take this shot. This is like our, I don't know.
Third, fourth? I don't know.
Lost count. So, Drunk Shorts, we're going to hit your guys with a quick topic like V said. So this is the topic, I got the topic for the week. This topic is about Kanye. I know how y'all feel about Kanye. But we want to know, is he speaking facts? Or is he on that bullshit again?
Let's hear it.
Alright, so I'm going to play this clip. Let me know what y'all think.
What do you turned your back on the culture or
Exactly.
Like
100%. I have turned my back on the idea of victimization mentality. We are locked up. We went from 1 and 4. We went from 1 and 4 to 1 and 3. But we always pointing at the white people. But yet, we want to spend all of our money on foreigns. We want to spend all our money on luxury as opposed to going and buying some land.
Mm-hmm.
America is for sale. And there's a lot of barren land. Disney bought a lot of it in Florida. But the culture has you focused so much on fucking somebody bitch and pulling up in a foreign and rapping about things that could get you locked up and then saying you about prison reform. Like, it's... Bro, we brainwashed out here, bro.
what do you say to people that say you turned your back on
So,
culture or
that was an interview that Kanye did with Big Boy. And he pretty much asked him, how does he feel about people that, when they say that he turned his back on the culture?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
And that was audio, that was his response. V, what do you think?
I feel like he had a shot. That was a shot.
Was it a shot?
I feel like it was a shot to be moved.
Me?
You didn't hear the ending part? That's why I wrote it down, because I want to make sure I remember. He was like...
Meek or Drake? Because you know he beefing with Drake.
Meek. Because Meek is the only one who has a campaign for prison reform.
It could be shot at Jay, because Jay helped Meek with that.
That too. It could be. That's what I'm saying. It could be Meek. It could be Jay.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I just feel like it's a shot.
Mm.
Granted, I understood everything. This is like the clearest statement I've heard from him in a minute. That I'm like, damn. True shit.
You get one divorce and you want to make the sense.
America's for sale. Like that shit was real. That shit was real.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm kind of stuck. So I agree that people have their priorities fucked up. I definitely agree with that.
Facts.
But on the flip hand, this is what people want to see. They're you know, I don't know, I'm not about that life, you know, the street life or anything like that, but a lot of street life, their goals was, I become a rapper, I'm gonna get the gold chains, I'm gonna get the Lamborghini, I'm gonna get the, you know, the matte Range Rover and whatever.
Fuck all the bitches.
Mercedes Benz, I'm gonna be fucking all. What was the guy who said he had like fucked like 100 girls? Blueface? Yeah, like, I'm surprised his dick ain't fall off, but that's not neither here nor there. But I'm just saying, those are those people's goals. Like, those are hood goals. Now, it's different from hood goals and business goals.
I like that. Hood goals.
It's hood goals. And I don't think you should shit on somebody's hood goals, because if that's all they know, who are you to say that? Now, some people get out the hood and they educate themselves. Like, you know what? I'm over this. I mean, I still like my ace of spades and my tables and strip clubs, but I also want a business too.
Right.
The only way they learn that, honestly, is when they get into business and they realize they're not being respected. They're not getting respected seriously, so they're like, you know what? I'm gonna get my land. I'm gonna get my properties. I'm gonna get my business, so people can start seeing me in the limelight outside of just hood shit. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with Kanye. I don't agree that. I think in the beginning, like, turn his back. He said he didn't actually answer the question. If you want to, he answered it,
Diverted it.
and he diverted it like, I had turned my back on this.
He had the politician swing on it.
He did a real politician. Like, listen up, America.
All right.
We did not bomb Iraq. We decided to do a strategic move around the Iraq
Right.
county line that
Right.
ended in a revolt of what?
Facts.
You bombed Iraq. You know,
Right.
stuff like that. Not saying we did. I don't think we did. That's just an example. I don't want to get flagged or anything. But no, I'm just saying. You gotta respect the person's goals. Like if that's their hood goals, let them live their. If they want to squander money, they made that money. They can do that. But you gotta realize everybody's not going to have the same goals as you. You know, if I was in Kanye's position, I would be doing the business thing like he is too, so I can be a billionaire.
Okay.
But my goals ain't Willa's goals. Willa's probably like, yo, I just want to get money, go to a private island with all my with my bitches, and be left the fuck alone.
And do my podcast with my friend.
Whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Am I going to show his goal? No, he worked for that money. Deuces, buy your private island. Bye.
Right.
While I'll be traveling, meeting up with Oprah and Tiana Taylor and everybody else. We talk about business things. That's just what I want to do.
Right.
So, like I said, I don't think it's a whole turn back on the culture because he wants to do something different, and then I don't feel like that he should criticize because somebody else wants to do something different than him. That's why I say all that. I said all that to bring it back full circle.
I think two things. I think he's speaking on the hypocrisy. How it's glorified within this hip hop community of buying foreigns, like he said, and having sex with all these racially ambiguous women, and spending money and throwing money, but then want to talk about. And then the part that hit me was like snitching on yourself. Snitching yourself in your raps, snitching yourself in your videos, whether you talk about killing someone or whether you have guns and you got felony, like.
And you're snitching on yourself more ways than one. Because sometimes you snitching on yourself like, yo, you're not even about that life.
Facts.
You know, some people snitching themselves like, oh yeah, I got a chop in the car. Then you riding with the joint in the trunk. Like, why are you telling people you got a gun in the trunk?
Yeah.
Versus Rick Ross, who wasn't who he said he was.
Right.
You know, so I'm like,
Allegedly.
either way, it's allegedly.
Yeah.
Either way, you're snitching on yourself if you are doing the deed or if you're not.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you're a fraud. But because this beat nice, we're going to keep on listening to your music. Boo.
Right.
Boo.
And I agree with Kanye. You shouldn't snitch on yourself. But also, I just connected that. Hip-hop hypocrisy. Because, like, you're saying all this stuff and what people should do, and I'm this big gangster, and then flip side, prison reform. Why are you locking up all these black people? Why are you picking on me? Hip-hop police,
Yeah.
So I get that.
So like you gang and you slide up on somebody, but yet you don't want to get locked up for it. Make it make sense.
Yeah, or you telling yourself, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get.
So that's what I say. It's so many layers it could be. It could be like, it could be a shot at Jay. It could be a shot at Meek. It could be, of course, his own views. Right. It could be like, yo, you snitching on yourself. What you doing?
No, 100%.
What are you saying? Percent?
100% believe. I was mixing believe and percent. My bad. I 100% believe you should never snitch on yourself. Like at the end of the day, I edited the video here. If me and V was to say some wild shit, you're not gonna see that shit on YouTube.
Facts.
Like I'm editing that shit the fuck out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta watch your surroundings and even watch the people around you. And that's why it's probably good to have like people that's not necessarily in it for the money, but in it for your well-being and to listen. Because at the end of the day, if this podcast takes off, YouTube takes off, V and I have a relationship where we're grounded enough to like we can tell each other whatever.
Facts.
So if I start tripping and bullshitting, tricking and doing all this dumb shit,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, she gonna tell me real quick.
Hell yeah,
nigga, what are you doing? Like, and vice versa. But it's just like you gotta have certain people around you. And I'm not mad about what Kanye said because, like V said earlier, this is one of the few times he's actually making sense to me. Like I relate. Like you don't understand. When I first watched this video of what he was saying, I was just like,
oh,
I'm waiting to disagree. I agree. Like I'm waiting for him to say some fuck shit. Like,
right.
And he doesn't do it. So
Maybe it's because he's getting a divorce, so he got his mind back. I don't know.
I don't know, but like
All jokes, I'm just playing. But
I don't think Kanye ever turned his back on black people, but I think he turned his back on that ideal of how black people should act or what we should do.
I think that he turned his back on the idea of what a black rapper should be doing. That's what it is.
I like that.
It's everybody has this. Oh, you need to be walking around. Kanye be looking like a soccer dad. He be out there in sweatpants, some Air Force Ones, and a white tee.
Right.
Instead of him walking around here with his pants down his ankles. Granted, first of all, he's too old for that shit, but whatever. Right. But he's not blinged out with the whole gold chain all the way to he's not Birdman ring on every finger type of shit.
Right.
He's not fitting the stereotype. And at the end of the day, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. But you still, just because you're different, you want people to respect you for being different, but then you also got to respect them for being commercialized, for being to go with the flow. Because sometimes they're not even, some of these artists are not even in control of their own image. Some people are not in control of their own concerts, their own, everything is laid out for them.
Not control, don't own.
Don't own. They don't own these Lamborghinis and these music
own their
videos.
own image. Even
some of these joints, they just be renting. Real facts. They just be renting just to look the part.
Yeah.
And Kanye ain't gonna do the fake, and that's the Gemini in him. We don't do that fake shit. We don't do that fake no. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. If I don't fuck with that view, I don't fuck with that view. Right. Now you can respect somebody's view, but then you gonna respect mine too. Ain't no way. And that's how you can hear it in his voice on the clip. Like, yo. No, I'm not that person. I'm not that guy.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that. And in the day, I applaud him. I respect it, and I think that other people in the industry need to be more like that. Only people that are in the industry like that are R&B artists, I feel like. But in the rap community, no.
Trey Songz, Chris Brown be wild.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about them. They're younger. They're younger. But if you talk about like whatchamacallit, like Giveon, he's a little lower, but like her, Jasmine Sullivan, and then again, this is women were a little bit more chill. But they not out here flashing all this, especially her. You only see her in this with like a jumper on, something and some sunglasses. Yeah. It's all about the music for them. It's all about the vibes for them. It's never like really crazy, flashy, and over the top, you know. So I want more people to aspire to be individuals instead of being a part of the herd.
Following suit, yeah.
Following the herd.
You know what? I noticed two things. Kanye West, very super successful, and he went out and bought land in Montana or somewhere in some rural area.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like Montana.
Right, and bought all this land. He has this like
studio.
Studio never. He has his own Never Ever Land ranch.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle did the same thing in Ohio. Like I went. And
that's where whatchamacallit went. Drake and what's the guy that Drake has beef with?
Meek.
No, you don't have Drake. You don't have problems with Meek anymore. That squashed like 2 years ago.
Okay.
What's the dark skinned guy? Not Clips. What's the
Pusha T.
Pusha T. Yeah. But that's when that whole situation with Pusha T and Drake happened. When he found out that Drake had his daughter and whatnot. When he was out there trying to do a track.
Right. And so he has his land. Jay Chappelle, he done many jokes about I have this land out in Ohio. Bro, we about to buy some land, some fucking way.
Did I just tell you?
And figure this shit the fuck out.
You gotta get the land. You guys, sometimes you have to get away. And if you have your secret spot, like.
Yeah.
I mean, like on our level, let's bring it down to realistic stuff because we're not millionaires, right? We're not billionaires like Kanye.
Not yet.
We're not yet. Hello, speaking to existence. But like our thing is, you know, when we just want to go, you know, let's meet for a happy hour. We'll go to Applebee's. Yeah. Like that's more realistic for us regular people, right? No, let's go to Applebee's. That's our escape route. We go there. We know the bar is, of course, we know the bartender, right? Go to the bartender and be like, oh, well, let's get a specialty shot. Yeah, we just kicking it, just getting away from the world. The pressures of the world and coming there, releasing all that bad energy. And then when we leave out of Applebee's, we feel lighter. You know, feel relaxed. I know like Applebee's. I'm like, yo, they got a happy hour from 3 to 7, half off drinks. You would go there too on a budget, okay?
Yeah.
you just go there. You know, we like different food places. Just go there. Do whatever you have to do to keep your mentality intact.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people that are losing their minds. And I don't mean like Kanye being bipolar or anything like that. I mean, people are getting stressed the fuck out. And stress is a killer.
Yeah.
People are in the industry. Let's go back to the industry. People are getting stressed out and they're doing crazy things to their bodies. What's her name? What's the one? They released a picture of her before picture, and now everybody's going crazy. Is it Chloe? Like, and she's like, yo, I've been considered the fat one all my life, and now I've been contouring and doing all stuff to my body to meet up to the world's expectations, to the family's expectations, to look like an hourglass or whatever.
Right.
I'm like, yo, I love myself. It took me a while to get to the point where I love myself.
Right.
And I feel like that's what these artists need to do. Love yourself, love your craft, to know that you don't always have to be a part of the herd. But if you do choose to be a part of the herd, don't come at people who want to be individualistic. Yeah. And if you choose to be individualistic, don't come at the people who want to be a part of the herd. Respect your own selves in your different lanes. And that's my ending.
That's 100%. I agree with you. But we got 5 more minutes. Kind of piggyback off what you said.
Yeah,
what you said. So 5 minutes out. Make it quick. Okay, cool. V said like we hit up happy hours, do stuff individual of our partners to release. I saw this one thing on Instagram. How do you feel about normalizing friends dates? Having a date with a friend, a platonic friend.
Oh, I got one even deeper for it. I like that. Friend dates. I mean, that's literally what brunches are for. I know that sounds really bad.
I'm talking opposite sex because that was about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what brunches are for. Brunches, you go to brunches with your friends. You can go bowling with your friends. You know, what's the bowling place where they serve drinks and food that was out there in Silver Spring?
I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, there's all these different spots. Y'all can do axe throwing as friends. Axe throwing is real stress relieving. Like, you can all that energy.
Son of a bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also to piggyback off of that, you need to take yourself out on dates. I know people feel uncomfortable, but take yourself out on dates because you have to you have to love yourself first before anybody else can love and care about you. That's with your friends, that's with your family, that's with your partner, that's with anybody.
Right.
So treat yourself like I've done it plenty of times. I used to take myself out like once a month. I would go to like Olive Garden bar, just eating soup and salad.
Right.
Drinking like glasses of their little drinks or whatever.
Would you like some cheese?
Yeah.
Keep going. Tell me when to stop.
You can just leave the container here. I'm
don't
good.
Stop.
Right. Don't stop it. Yeah. You know, I'm just saying like. You gotta love yourself first. You gotta love yourself, and I feel like Kanye has gotten to a point where he loved himself first to realize that, hey, I don't want to be a part of the herd. I want to be an individual, and if that means being labeled as I'm leaving the black culture behind, then it is what it is because I'm comfortable with my decision. I'm comfortable with myself, and that's how I became a millionaire. I mean, a billionaire today. Let's put a B on that bitch, okay? Billionaire. Respect.
Billionaire music.
Like I said, that's a Gemini for you. Like he's going against the grain, and I love it. I love it.
Yep, I 100% agree with you. If you have a partner that has an issue with you being with friends or having friendship dates, that's their insecurity. That's not on you. It's totally possible for 2 different genders to have a platonic friendship, and also your relationship doesn't have to revolve around the other person. Not at all. If it does, that's kind of toxic. My personal opinion. So let's post these 2 questions on Instagram.
Okay.
And you guys can let us know your opinion, and maybe we could do like a segment where we do reviews of what other people think.
Yeah, that
of
sounds
the questions
great.
that we ask. All right. So this was our drunk short. Boom, short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
We'll be back next week.
Next week, guys.
Follow us on
Okay, go ahead.
Instagram, Spotify, Podbean, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Alexa, I said Popping?
Pandora.
And fucking YouTube. Like and subscribe. Hit that fucking like button. Wherever I put the like this shit. Comment. We'll comment back. I don't care what you gotta say.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
You can say you had this. I'm like, oh, fuck you do.
Hit your mother, nigga.
Oh, wow, that was dark. But anyway, guys, tune in next time. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed the content, and we will see you and listen and hear you guys next time.
All right, bye.
Deuces.